So in a high level, I think everything we are creating the same server, right now in this.
Yeah, because we have only one server here, so everything has to be done in one machine.
Okay. So even in our lab setup there, they had different PCs, or it was also in single one?
Single one only.
Single one. Okay.
Yeah. But they have 5 PCs, so
Oh, 5 different ones.
installations of.
So that for multiple people uses it is basically.
Yeah. 5 different installations of AI core is there, so we might be able to access that also. So whatever I'm showing here, you can do it there also. Only those 5.
One more thing you mentioned, start Docker and start core and stop core, that you have done something customized, right? So otherwise, what is the basic thing we need to do?
Yeah. So I will share that files with you. We can't share it here, right? So.
Okay, that we need to have it somewhere. It won't work directly.
No. Just follow the steps there. Let me see, where did I keep it? I will just share all these you will need. Yeah.
So these are the customized ones or the default ones?
These 3 are my nodes. That multi-UE.sh, actually they are supposed to share, and what I found is that they kept that multi-UE.sh at the end of this document.
Okay.
This is the latest edition, right? Compared to the Feb one.
You see this, right? But if you copy paste it and put it into one file, it won't work because of some formatting issues. And it's like something has to go to next line and all, it didn't go.
Yeah, FI local and all.
So I had to correct it. So what I shared with you is
working model.
Working one, plus I have put detailed comments so that it makes sense.
Okay.
So the multi-UE testing, I think you are executing the steps from there.
I think maybe.
No. I haven't executed this thing yet.
Not this one. The other.
Right. Yeah. So here you can see all the added comments here. So now if you go through the script, you will know exactly what the script is doing.
Okay. That would be useful.
Yeah. So yeah, I am following this step.
It is testing steps. Okay.
Yeah. Here you go to this Docker Compose folder, then run this. That will bring up the core. Okay, so that is what I have done now. When I do start core, it does these 2 steps.
Okay, network PY and.
It go into this folder and then run that Python 3. So now that it is up, if I do if config now, you will see all this new hits. You won't see the IP address here in this if config output, but the IP address or whatever is there in the image. It is listed here, right? So now what we have done is we just brought up core. Now we have to bring up the G0B, right? So in this picture, so with that Docker Compose itself, we have this demo bridge also. Now when G0B comes up, you can connect to this Docker's network. Okay. So to do that, so I opened a new tab here. Let's say the core is, let's say it is running here. I can run the G0B here. So same thing. For to run G0B, this step. Go to this path. Run build. So a lot of EXEs are there here, and you need to run this. So this is the EXE name, NRSoft model, and this is the configuration file it will refer to, which is what we opened earlier.
Right.
And then we are using RF simulator. When we go for the campus visit, at that time we won't give this option. Instead, we'll be giving the radio configuration, details, and this command we need to run there. at this, what is happening here? Some directory non-existent. Okay. Problem is that when I change this, I created an Abhilash in front now. So what I meant is, earlier this folder was directly under Ubuntu when I added this, but after adding that I didn't run it. Now I'm running. So maybe this relative path that I am giving here is wrong. This targets generic, okay, where we'll see where generic NR5GC is supposed to be open here. Targets, projects, generic, now IGC conf, right? So it is like, it is relative from targets 1 to there. How many thing I'm coming back? 3 places I'm coming back. Since I added one more folder, I think it should be one more dot then, I guess. Let me see. No? Okay, then I'll give the full path then. Instead of relative path, you can give that must be the full path, no?
Want to Abhilash, okay.
Okay, the problem is that it is not just this path. Inside also I think it is relative. Somewhere it is referring, I guess. Let me see. Inside, when I go to conf, this, okay, let me see whether it is accessible like that. Yeah, this is the path now. It is accessible. If I do somewhere any relative, I don't see any path here. Could be loaded. This.
Scheduling underscore min requires another path.
No such file directory is what it's telling. But can we go to PWD and see here each from?
Can we try executing the command manually, one by one, by selecting?
No, it's okay. Maybe to show, I mean, this problem, then you
It's-
are also going to face.
So it says that, okay, you're not able to find the file, or that directory itself is wrong is what it's telling, right?
Directory non-existent, it is saying, right?
So yeah,
So
one after the other, can
path
we?
is not right.
Let me then put that thing back here.
System.
In this, we'll not have a such kind of a thing. Eh? So where is this
No,
file
we
located?
we can keep. I'm just putting this for now. I'll just
The file itself.
copy this folders out. Okay. Okay, now they are outside. Now, anyway, I have shared this thing, right? So I'll just remove this. Okay. Now I will just. Will I be able to bring the core network down is the question now. Let's see. This what? Docker compose. We'll just bring it down. Core. I'm able to bring it down. Okay. So clean slate. Again I'm doing. Okay.
But both the files are different, huh? For core and G-Node B, it's a different paths.
G-Node B, that's a different folder, an open air interface. And
that's where I think we're trying to pull that, but.
OAI code. So when this is my core,
This is working fine.
just open a new one.
Docker compose.
This I would say is my. Okay, once it is up, I can run my logs here.
Aaron, you played, huh?
Yeah. So if I do docker ps to have this thing,
If you don't mind, light on.
these are the names of those things. And if I want to see logs, I can just do docker logs -f and the service logs which I want to see. So I'm putting AMF here. So AMF logs are coming. Okay. AMF logs, I will say. So right now, see, no GNB, no UEs. Now I can open one more and do docker logs -f of OAI SMF to see SMF logs. Just rename that to SMF logs. One more. Here we can do the G-Node B. So for G-Node B, you need to come to this path. And then run this.
Oh, successful, huh?
Yeah, this time it was able to come up. There is something.
Same folder only, right? Same path only. We didn't change any change.
It out.
I just kept it out.
Out, okay. That // you removed it and.
The problem with, we can keep that out also and do. Problem is that when we are making changes, we'll be making changes to the same.
Oh, main file only.
So that's why I kept it separately. But maybe now what I think we can do is that debugging this is going to take time.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe if you're changing some files in these two folders, right, you can update the corresponding file in your respective folder.
For any changes. Otherwise, use it as, okay, for bringing up, we use it as it is in the outside thing only. But any changes.
The config files and all, when you're making changes, even here also you have option. So, if you.
That cloning you said, right?
But I didn't commit or anything. So if you do git status here, see, it is not on any branch as of now. So this was my folder thing. But when you are making changes, we can refer here and like that. Okay, so we have now the GNB running. So here, if you scroll down the logs, it should show something like connected.
Very nice.
And this GNB ID and GNB AI name that we saw, it is in that nrf config YAML file. From there only it picked up. Okay.
Great.
So this we will rename as GNB logs. Okay. Then next is we need UE.
Last piece, huh? Last mile connectivity.
It's okay. मुझे बात लेक बरे में
Right.
here काम करे रेडियो
So this one. To bring up UE again, the UE and the G0B path is same. So you go there and here if you see the in UE we give some options like this is our 116 PRB numerology 130 kilohertz balance 70, this is our center frequency. And if you see here when we are bringing up with one UE, right? Since there is only one UE, this is the interface we are using 127001. Yeah, when we are using multiple UEs, since we are
1, 2, 3,
this gets repeated. That is why we have to create separate namespaces and all.
Okay.
So
multi UE.
Yeah, and here you can see the UE.conf is there, and this last portion is actually not required for multi-UE. I saw we don't need to use this last one. -D is for NR scope. So now when I bring this up.
Abhilash, one thing, like you mentioned, we need to create new namespace. But new namespace means till now we have not created any namespace, right?
Yeah, because we have only one UE.
Single UE.
So only when we have multiple UEs, all that namespace problem comes.
Then what would be the command in that case?
Yeah, that is where multi-UE.sh script comes.
Okay.
It is like, we have to run that script. So I'll show it now. So right now I'm just showing the single UE. So if run it like this.
So basically you have opened one tab for core to make the core up, then we just copied for AMF, SMF and G0B, and again you are doing for UE. So total 5 tabs you have for all 5.
So one after the other things we are trying to build it ultimately.
Yeah, just for easy switching. So here this tab I will use to bring down core network. Here I can see AMF logs. So you can see here now UE is registered, and this is the MC. And in SMF log you will see what is the IP address that is assigned, which is 12.1.130. So if you see this 130 IP address is coming from the range that I told. So the DNN name, if you see, is OAI, SSTSD. This value and all is coming from the first, whatever I.
SST is MCS, huh?
NRF file.
Not NRF file, though. Yeah,
Docker
NRF file, you have it.
The Docker file you showed nrf.yaml, that one.
Correct. So here, this slice. SS1, and this is the biggest value that is possible. Like actually if you see for that first slice, SD was not mentioned, so its default value will be 0xFFFF6Fs. That if you convert to integer you will get this number. So SST equal to 1 means EMBB slice. This is an EMBB slice. So from why this IMSI is connected to this thing, that and all we have done in the SQL place. So I'll just show you that. Before that, I just want to show you that this IP address is now assigned to 130. Now, if you do if config here, you will see something new called OAI10. OAI10 UE1. You will see this 12.1.130. Okay. So what just happened now is that this one tunnel is now created between G0B and the G0B and the UPF, one N3 tunnel. This GTPU tunnel, right? This is created now. Okay, so if you see from an external data network point of view, it is actually talking to UPF. and there is a tunnel now between GND and UPF, and through which our UV is now going to access network. So this is that pipe. Okay. And if you see, there is an NR scope now open. Okay, right now no much traffic is running, but when you push traffic, you will see
data side.
Yeah, things here. So this is our UE1. So I'm just putting UE1 here, and if you no, sorry, not like this. We have to open here. So you want to see the iPerf one or the multi-UE one now?
Probably iPerf one. Multi-UE we may discuss in some other time.
Okay, fine. All right. So this I'm opening one more tab. So this is for my external data network. So I will just put XTDNet. So here what I am doing is I will log inside that container. So we have this EXTDN. This is our external data network container, which will simulate traffic. So to log inside a container, you have to give this command docker exec -it and then the container name and then this. What it means is that interactive terminal. And once you log inside the container, run bash program. So when you enter, you are now inside this container with the bash running. Okay. Essentially, I am inside that container now.
Okay.
Clear? Now to simulate traffic, to do downlink, right? So mobile will be downloading data. So external data network has to push traffic and UE has to listen for traffic or consume traffic. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
iPerf.
So right
so
now.
Which container you went into?
I will show you.
OA external DADN, right?
This one, OAI EXTDN.
Okay.
External
Just
one.
log, yeah, I just entered inside that container, and for you can just open. I'll just open one more. If you do duplicate tab, it will open one more tab like this. Because here it keeps. If you do Control C now, this UV will stop running. We don't want that. So we are just opening one more tab here, and I'm going to run that server program. iPerf is the tool which will generate traffic. So I'm here saying it to run a server. So since we are going to download, we are going to run iPerf in server mode here.
Mm-hmm.
So it is now listening on port 5201. Okay, and now I can push some traffic.
Continue more kitchen.
So this is the first step which I did earlier to log inside the container.
Then you are
then
pushing the data now.
Yeah, so here if you see, this IP must be whatever SMFF has assigned, 11130. So that is what I'm mentioning here, 11130, and 70135 is the IP of our UPF, I think, just to confirm.
30.
That is our external data network. Okay. So what I found is that when you say whatever that comes after with B is like own IP address, and the other one is like destination. So we are inside DNN now, right? So we are telling it to push some traffic to this guy.
To 135.
Okay, to 130. And this T is like 120 seconds it is. Okay, so if I say like...
How long you wanted to run this, huh?
Yeah, per day 60 seconds. It will run only for 60 seconds. So it is now pushing data to this thing. It's our UE, right? So now if I look here, see it is receiving traffic and shows this bits per second, and you see our QAM modulation, this thing.
What is this one?
Representation.
I think this is our signal
TDS.
constellation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
No, how this is getting generated, like in this mobile
GA.
stream?
Yeah, NARScope. That's why the first thing X11 you enable, no? When you enable that, this window will come open in your PC.
Okay.
NRDL
I have
scope.
not used this one. Okay.
Yeah, so in lab server, it will open in that this thing only, because it has got a desktop environment now. In this thing, because of mobile extern, we don't need to do much for forwarding that graphical window to our machine. It will do just by doing even tick. See, now it stopped. No more traffic coming.
60 seconds over.
60 seconds over.
Yeah, 60 seconds over. So this is our 55 bps was our
download data.
Thing that we got. Okay. Now the things that I wanted to highlight here is that if you see the earlier I showed one SQL that NRF file, no, and I told what that there is one SQL file,
right,
inside database, and there is this OAI DB2 SQL. Yeah. So this is where like we have to give the details of the UE that we want to connect to. Okay, so main one table is this thing, access and mobility subscription data, and here you have to give the details. So if that for easy readability, I put it in one Excel sheet. It's the same thing only. I just put like this. This contains, this is the 31 is our, if you look at ue.conf file, it would look something like this, yeah. The file would be looking different, but these are the field and values. So you can see for 31 in C, this is the key, this is the OPC, this is the data network it is allowed to connect to, and the slice SST and SD descriptor. Okay. This second entry I added for a second UE when I was testing.
Multi.
And I made it to connect to a different data network with a different slice. Okay. It was working, but yeah.
So you updated the document OAI DB2, or it is not required if you are using multi-UE?
Yeah, I updated the document. So I just kept, for easy readability, I kept it here. So if you look at the thing, this is 32.
Okay, you have added it manually then, huh?
These entries were already there. I just added 32, and this MCC and the SST, this thing. Whatever you are mentioning here should be already defined somewhere as this slice and all. So default data network slice was like this 2 to 2, and 1 to 3 actually is the integer value of hex of 7B, which if you see in that NRF config, you will see that 7B, that's a hex value. Here you have to mention it as integer, so that's why it became 1 to 3. So first you have to add an entry here for access and mobility for this MC. Then the next you have to add an entry in authentication subscription table. Okay, here I see that almost all entries are same wise value, and this 32 was already there. I didn't have to do much, but yeah, I just kept it here. 32. Here you see this key, right? This is what will be there in the ue.conf also. This is the entry that you need to add if it is not there, if it's something else that you are adding. And one more table, session management subscription data. Inside this you have to add for 31 already is there, for 32 this I added, or SST 1 to 3 like that. But whatever folder I have created for you has all these things already.
Okay.
But I'm just telling you what I did.
Okay, so at multiple places you have done the changes then?
Yeah, I saw this is the 3 tables. One is access and mobility subscription data, where you mentioned the eliminate in this thing, and the other one is authentication subscription table. Here you have to add one more entry, and then the session management subscription data. Here you add one more entry, and ui.conf file would look that is in the RAN build only, I think. In that path only it is there. If you go to this RAN build path, I think here only is the okay, not in this build, then it is inside targets, process, generic, here I think ui.conf is there. Yeah, see, it's a small file. I just put those in Excel sheet. So if you see in Venkat's video, he was using, for bringing up the second UI, he was using ui2.conf, but he didn't share that file.
Okay.
So what I did is I created a copy of it, and ui2.conf, and here IMSI is from 31 to 32. This key and OPC remains same. DNN I just changed from OAI to default, and SST and ST. This is what I said, 7B. If you convert to integer, it will be 1 to 3. Okay, so I had to add this thing here. And the other change that I had to do was in the GNB file, which I think is here.
Abhilashan, that too, it is documented in the document, like these are the paths for these files, like Fargate project you went in.
Yeah. It is there. In this guide also is there, but what are 4 paths I mentioned here? This one. This is the targets generic.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So inside CONP only, like conf only UE files are.
Yeah, right. So if I open this file,
One second.
I had to add one more entry for this SST.
Sit down. Don't eat.
Second one, no?
Don't
Yeah,
eat.
The
so
triple
it is
two.
like this GNB. It is the here we are configuring the PLMNs that it serves. Okay, so already so MCC MNC in the other UE also was same, but it has to now cater to one more new slice instance, right? So only this was there earlier.
You added the 222
1 here.
and 7B.
For UE2 edition, this was the changes. Now for multi-UE thing, I think we don't have much time now, but
We should try this much first. You can
Yeah,
continue and multi-UE we can connect again.
Maybe better, I think, Abhilash. I think we need to do that everything completely.
Right. So then once you're done, right, you just
So this network established overall, anything missing pieces still?
once you're done, just do Control C in UE, it will stop that. Then go to GNB tab and do Control C here. That will stop
Terminating it on one service.
Yeah. Everywhere you just do Control C. Only for the core, you have to do that.
We have to down that network now.
Bring down the core gracefully.
Graceful shutdown. My team members keep using this because we have our base station, local base stations, right? For any maintenance purpose, they'll tell gracefully shut down.
Gracefully shut down, correct. So where this is also helpful is if you don't see that wait and UE, right, for some reason, you just stop the core and start again and see. It will work.
Okay.
So what you can do now is you try with these folders only. Don't change anything. Just follow the steps. I mean, use these things. I should add the notes now. Follow that guide and see whether you
we'll try to replicate what best we can do.
Whatever I have done till now, see whether you can do it or not.
So for next week only we have our class, right? This one session, I think 7th.
July 7th.
Sunday.
Actually, yeah, I have 4 minutes now. This is what it is saying now, 4 minutes. So I found this nice resource here. There are some OAI workshops done using OpenAir, and they have workshops done on RAN and workshops done on OAI core also. Okay. So I am thinking of going through this and trying some stuff.
Okay, for presentation next week.
I mean, whatever we did, the multi-UV that we are going to do, I mean, I wanted to show you also was whatever Venkat did already, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
we need to do something
But
extra.
differently, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's the same.
Replicating otherwise,
stuff.
yeah. One is replicating whatever he has done it, and what is that additional learning what we had it for
Right.
our
But I
things.
wanted all of us to do this thing so that, we are, otherwise it's not
Yeah, it's not a project. It's a,
now when you do it on your own, if they ask some questions in middle also, you need not worry,
right, yeah.
Yeah, because already.
And also this 7th July session, it's just a 10-minute session. Yesterday we got a reminder, right?
Yeah.
So the overview we just need to provide. I don't think they need any presentation kind of thing.
Presentation only, I think we need to give.
We need to present it, and how we are going to complete it by the next 2 weeks time frame, actually.
Essentially, my understanding is what we are planning to do.
What is our intent behind it, and how are we planning to execute the final step? So
they don't expect us to show the results here. They will expect us to tell what we are planning to do with our project, what are the outcomes we are expecting, and all that. And whatever we committed on 7th, we have to show the result on 22nd. Yeah.
And this GitLab is the same page that they have shared, or you are checking something else?
I'll share that resources that this is what I found.
It is because the OpenAI stuff is related to our thing, but the other ones I'm not sure. GitLab they have provided?
No. GitLab is just a GitHub. OpenAI posted their things in GitLab instead of GitHub. That's all. So here this one contains code, and this is that workshops link. So once you replicate this thing, go through this workshop thing and see which one you can think of implementing. Actually, I found one this thing called with the multi-slice thing. This looks, but if we can do it, it will be amazing. So I'll give this one a try. You guys can try
the one what we explained
in the workshops. They are given step-by-step things. So, yeah. So, and if you have some other ideas on top of it, that also make some changes, like that. So for now, you try with single UV. Tomorrow we will connect in the evening and show the multi-UV one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
All the things are there. Multi-UV.sh script maybe you can go through. Then we will run it tomorrow.
Sure.